It's your girl Rahki, and you are tuning into RahkiGBaby. Thank you for coming back to my channel, you guys. Yes, so I have a friend here, but I got some tea for y'all. Like, I got to talk to y'all about something. So listen, first of all, yesterday's upload, 25 days till Christmas, day 2, corrupted, but I can fix it. So I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna upload it after this one, tomorrow. So you're gonna get 2 and 4 at the same time, but you're gonna get 3. So I have to talk to you guys real quick. Let me set this camera up because this has got to be a story time because we need answers. I need y'all to get in the comment section and give me some advice because I need to transfer this information over. So give me 1 second. Hold on, because baby, we need to get to talking. I need to eat. So I'm eating right now. I look so crazy. Oh my god, I can't even believe that I'm doing all this on YouTube and don't even care because I really just don't care. Like, I really don't care. It's either y'all getting this, y'all getting what I'm giving y'all, or because yesterday I almost had a whole attack. Like, the video was ready for y'all, super ready. I just came from the gym too, from doing cardio, trying to get my life together. We're gonna talk about that, but we gotta talk about something else. I just hope this camera don't fall. And I'm eating at the same time, so we're gonna talk and eat. I'm eating a salad, and I gotta tell you about this story. So this story has been like ongoing for some time, right? And I told her I was gonna talk about it. She said she don't care. Okay, so because she said that she wants to know what to do. All right, I ate all my food because I literally was like, I really can't speak while I'm eating. It's salad. Everything's gonna fly everywhere. So, all right, guys, I have to tell you this story, right? And yeah, I'm gonna tell it to you. I already said, like, girl, I'm gonna make a YouTube video. She was like, make a YouTube video right now. That's today about it. So this is perfect because I already told you yesterday's video got corrupted only because I used the laptop. I didn't use the iMac Pro. Fine, we're gonna talk about that later. Upload's still coming. So, all right, I'm gonna tell you guys this in detail because you need to get in the comment section. She's gonna get in the comment section and look at what she needs to do, and I'm gonna just be like, girl, go to the video and see what they say. Because I don't know what to tell her. Like, I even called my dad to ask for advice for this girl. So my friend right now, she's in law school. She's about to be done. She's literally gonna be a lawyer. She went to FIU, and I think she still goes to FIU. And right now she's been a paralegal for some time, and she also has a couple little side jobs that she has. Like, I know she has she does real estate, and because she like travels to do that, and I think she co-owns now a 18-wheeler business with the father of her kid. So my friend is cool. My friend is crazy. She might be a little difficult because she's a little psycho, but she's cool. So the story starts where all of this happened last year. It all started with her needing to find a place to put some tires on her car. So I was like, oh, okay, you know, I got the perfect place because a couple years back I met this guy working somewhere in Hollywood, and I needed some tires, and there was a used tire place, and at that time I had a Lexus, the 2-door Lexus, and I remember, you know, I needed some tires, and the tires for the Lexus, if anybody knows, if anybody has like the RC or anything like that, if anyone knows, you know, the tires are not cheap. They're not like cheap. Like, I think just a used tire for that Lexus is like $100 or something like that, which used tires are usually, you can catch in Miami, you can catch a used tire for $20. If you're lucky, you might get it for 10, but they're usually 40 max used tires. So to get it for like $100, you're like, are you kidding me right now? And this is a used tire. So I remember back then him giving me a deal. He went out of his way. He kind of even got in a little argument with the guy that he was working for, and I remember him vividly. So then I remember I had to go back again, so I went there for 1 tire this time, and we exchanged numbers. He was really nice, but he had told me that he was gonna open his own thing. So he was like, take my number. So I was like, cool, I'm gonna take it, I need it. So, and I didn't really care anyway because I used to put used tires on my Lexus because it was a lease. Like, I wasn't keeping the car. You know what I mean? Anybody that's like, well, you put used tires in car, Rahki. So, and then at the same time, some people can afford, but it was a lease, so I didn't care. So that's how I knew him. Then I remember I ran into him at this restaurant, and you know, I remember one time when I ran into him in a restaurant, I had time on my hands because it was a bad time. Like, I was going through something with this guy that I was talking to, and I had time. So I sat there. We had I had a ginger beer. He had something else. I had ordered some food. They were playing pool. A couple friends came, so we just chilled. And I got to know him. And this guy is just such a nice person. I've been knowing him for years. That started a while ago, but I've been knowing him for at least 5 years. 5 years now. So right now he owns his own tire company and stuff like that. So he's a good friend, and I'll get more into detail about the way he is. But long story short, she needs some tires. So I said, okay, but let me call my boy. So called him and sent her to his spot, and they, you know, she went and got the tires. So I remember him calling me as soon as she left, and he was like, he FaceTimed, because he always will FaceTime. He's one of those people that just FaceTime me. So he FaceTimed, he was like, excuse me, the girl that just left, oh my God, like, she's so beautiful, like this and that, blah, blah, blah. He was just starstruck by my friend. So he was telling me all this stuff, blah, blah. And then she called me, interrupting the FaceTime. So I said, I'm going to call you right back because, you know, you can't answer. So I answered because I didn't know what the case was. And that's like my homegirl, and I just sent her somewhere, so I don't know if something happened. So I had to answer to my homegirl. So I was like, what happened? And she was like, oh, girl. Hold on. I told her, he really liked you, da-da-da. She told me he smelled good, but he looked dirty. That's what she said. He's like, oh, no, he looked dirty, but he smelled good. So I was like, no, girl. First of all, he's really nice, and he gets, like, fly on the weekends. He's a working man, but he gets fly on the weekends. I remember one time I seen him, he was shopping in the mall, and I was like, I didn't even know who the hell he was, because I was like, what? He had like all white on, he looked real crispy and stuff like that, and I just really didn't recognize him because tires, like this man is dirty all day. He's like damn near a mechanic, which he was, or he still does or whatever, but his main thing is tires. So I remember I was trying to tell her that, blah, blah, whatever, cool. Nothing really happened. Then I remember we were on Bayside, right? We were on Bayside and we were at Fat Tuesdays, right? We went and got some drink Fat Tuesdays, and we were chilling where the boat docks are in Bayside, where the food is, because we were gonna get on the boat. But we were waiting because, you know, you have to wait for the rides. So we were there, and he was like, you know, Rahki, blah, blah, whatever, and came up to me, and she seen him for the first time in Q. So she was so brand new. She was like, it's so brand new. They went off to the corner and started talking. And he was with some people that I knew, I recognized from that time, that we were all chilling. So we all were talking while they got missing. So then they came back, it wasn't too long. They had exchanged numbers, cool. So then she said she didn't know, blah, blah, whatever. So long story short, fast forward the story, I planned a trip for us to like go bowling. I don't know if you guys ever been to, I think Strikes, it's like adult bowling, and you know, you get drinks, you get messed up, you get fucked up while you're drinking, and while you're bowling, and you guys can have a good time. So we scheduled that, and we all went bowling, and everybody had a good time, and that was like the beginning of everything for them. So you already know where this went. My friend became his girlfriend, and they're together. So now fast forward, it is now 3 years later. 3 years later, right? And I remember, I could say a couple months ago, before COVID hit really hard, she was, you know, in a bad place. She felt like she wanted to split up with him. She didn't want to be with him. She wanted to leave the house and stuff like that. Or she wanted him to leave the house. Mind you, when they had initially got together, he was living in his mom's house. He was living in like, or in his mom's efficiency or something like that. And she had a little tiny 1-bedroom with her son. With her, yeah, she had a little bedroom with her son because her and her ex-husband broke up. They weren't together anymore. So now they have a beautiful big home. Beautiful, beautiful big home over here somewhere in, I don't have to disclose it, but where there's beautiful homes, like a nice area. And he's become the daddy of her son. And, you know, because her ex-husband is just like a very vindictive person. He's very, very mean. I knew that about him from the beginning because he used to look at me funny, and I was like, like, you know, come on now. Like, you a buster if I'm coming around and you're with my homegirl and you're looking at me crooked, like, but I'm not crazy. I'm not gonna tell my friend because you can't tell women stuff, even if they're your friends, your sister, your mama, you can't tell them. Because they're gonna go right to the man and be like, Keisha said, da, 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 and they're gonna throw Keisha up under the bus. So, you're like, no, Keisha, she, so I didn't say anything. But, who cares, right? Because it happened with other people, and she, anyway, that's a messy story. So, but he's an impeccable dad, right? Something's wrong with my homegirl. Something is wrong with this girl. So, Now, she was complaining a couple months ago before COVID, and I remember saying, like, what's the problem? What's the problem, girl? And she's like, she's sick of him not bringing in as much money as she wants him to. He could be doing so much more, but he keeps helping his mother. She's so sick of him paying his mother's mortgage when he could be paying her mortgage and she could be racking up. It's a lot of things. And then his family is from the islands, and when the hurricane hit, I think it hit Bahamas really bad. You guys know what I'm talking about? So he went out his way and spent a nice portion of his savings. He bought a couple generators, and I think he built a couple homes. Like, he had to buy the stuff. So he is a great person. So, and I'm gonna keep repeating that. So she complained about that, and I remember saying, you know, you have to, are you sure you want to do this? You want to kick him out and do all this stuff and split up? And she's like, she's sick of it, so on and so forth. She feels like he's holding her back, something else. And I remember trying to tell her, listen, girl, do you remember your past? Do you remember even when we were in high school? Like, girl, do you remember the type of boyfriends you had? Like, girl, your husband was smacking you down physically, like putting his hands on you, girl. Like, what are you doing? What are you talking about? And I remember even when she was pregnant, like, putting her through the mud, putting his hands on her and everything. Like, no. So it's crazy how easily we forget. And trust me, she knows I have said this to her 100 times. So nothing that I'm saying is new. Don't even worry about me, y'all. Don't worry about me. And this is what's happening. So she said all of that. She complained a lot, and I told her, listen, reconsider, relax, especially right now during this coronavirus. This is not the time to be getting rid of nobody. Like, no, just relax and just let time pass, you know. So she obviously slowed down with work, being a paralegal and stuff too, because everything was pretty much closed. So she was working from home. I think that's how she got a little bit sick of him. I don't know. I think she got sick of herself. I'm not sure. So, but he was still in the street because he still has a tire company and everything like that, which he's doing very well. And she wants, like, between us, he's doing very well for someone who sells tires. Okay? And he sells brand new tires and stuff. And he has his own little spot, even though he comes home dirty every day and stuff like that. But that's her man. I don't sleep with him and stuff like that, so I don't know. But I can spot out somebody great, somebody genuine from a mile away. And I know this person. I know the kind man that he is, and how he treats his mother, and how he treats his sister. And, you know, how he goes out of his way. He even went out of his way for me, even with my truck. Like, everyone knows, like, Wrangler tires are expensive. Range Rover tires are expensive. And he's just a really nice person. And very caring. He's very, you know, church going. Like, he doesn't put his Christianity on anyone, but he respects his Bible. And she's like that too. So, you know, it's match made in heaven. There's a reason why they got to 3 years. And he works out, so he looks great. He's chocolate. He looks great. And he dresses nice when they go out in public. And, you know, I just kept saying, like, girl, and the way he is as a father to her son, girl, are you thinking about your child? Is my question. And I kept asking her, are you thinking about Andrew? Are you thinking about Andrew? Because are you thinking about Andrew? Because Andrew loves him. I remember being at her house. This is back right in the beginning of COVID, when, you know, she was going through it. I had flew down, and I just ended up just going to her house. You know, we were like, oh, we're gonna hang out, blah, blah, and a spur of the moment, I remember I was super, super free, and I was like, fuck it, like, I'm gonna go. And was there, and Andrew flew downstairs. When he came home, he flew downstairs, like that little funny video where the kid flies down this. He flew downstairs. He loves him so much. He just loves him. The way he runs to him at the door. And he has time, because I was there and I seen, you know, but okay, I get it. Everyone's saying, all right, Rahki, you judging the book by you don't live with him, blah, blah. But listen to this. So, now the story changes. I have to speed it up because I have to make sure that I upload this. So now the story changes, in a sense. All of that happened a while ago. This was like March. It was right when I came back from Africa. It's like the beginning of March. As soon as I got back, this is, you know, I was trying to beat COVID when I got back. So now some time passes by, COVID-19, so on and so forth. So she calls me. So now she calls me about a month ago. She calls me about 4 or 5 weeks ago, maybe like 5 or 6 weeks ago. She calls me, she tells me she wants to start getting everything ready for her taxes because it's the end of the year, fourth quarter's over, blah, blah. And she needs a tax guy, da, da, da. So I said, okay, well, I know the perfect person. So I know a couple people that do taxes. So I referred her to someone. She ended up calling me back like within that weekend saying, no, this person's giving her this, giving her that, everything's fair, but she wants to play dirty. So I was like, what do you mean? She's like, no, I want the most, I want maximum, I want this, I want that. Like, she wants to pinch a penny when it comes to her taxes. So I said, I know somebody, you know, but the person, I have to see if I have his number still, because I remember him from a while ago, but I haven't spoken to him in a while. So she's like, okay, blah, blah, whatever. So I didn't get back to her, right? And this is so crazy. It's just like, it just shows you how like what's for people is for people. Because I fly to Miami about 5 weeks ago. So I fly back and I get this weird call. This person keeps calling me from WhatsApp. What the hell is this? So I answer. When I answer it, yeah, Rahki, where you at? Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, wait a minute, what? So it's Rasta. He calls me and tells me that he has to give me his cards. He's back, his card, because he's doing taxes and all this stuff. And I was like, yo, I was looking for your number because my friend needs your service. So he's like, perfect, let me come to you, blah, 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 blah. So he just comes to me. I guess he's trying to show off. He was trying to show off his car. He was driving an S, it wasn't a 600 Benz, but it was like an S500. So he was driving an all white, pearl white, really nice. Gives me his stuff. So mind you, he's tall. So he's tall. He's a little like kind of like red bone. Or like he's a black guy, but he's like red. And Mac Daddy. Okay? So gives me his card and stuff. Okay, bye. Gives me the stuff. He gives me like a whole stack of shit to give to people. Anyway, right? So he's like, and I was like, yeah, I know what to give it. I know what to give it to, blah, blah. Just got my stuff and went. So then I end up, she calls me again. I didn't even call. See, this is the thing. I didn't look for him when I told her I was going to. I didn't. And I didn't call her back when I found out that he came up and gave me the shit, right? So now he calls me and I'm like, girl, wait a minute. So I get in and I give it to her. She goes and she talks to him, blah, blah, whatever, to do her taxes. Now, I know him. I've been knowing him longer than I've been knowing everybody in the store probably. So, no, I've been knowing her the longest, but I know him for a long time. I've been knowing him for like 7. I met him when I was like 21. So, you know, I'm 29 now. So I've been knowing him for 7, 8 years. And yeah, right? That's how you do the math, 7 years. So, and this guy is, So, she tells me, oh my God, why you didn't tell me he was so fine, blah, 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 da, da, da. This is what she's telling me 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago now, because mind you, he called me 5 weeks ago, and it took a long time. She ended up calling me, da, da, da. So now she says, oh, you know, why you ain't tell me he's so fine? Why you ain't tell me, da, 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 he's so sexy? Oh my God, this guy is just macho and all this shit. And I'm like, girl, wait a minute, don't, I said, First of all, I had to name drop. I was like, do you remember so-and-so? Yeah, he was with her. What? Do you remember ta-ta-ta-ta? She said, yeah. I was like, girl, he got with that one too. So you roll. Don't do it. Because he's crazy. And he has like 3 baby mamas. So she's like, oh, you know, girl, I went on a date with him last night. I said, what? This is 3 weeks ago. She said she went on a date with him. So I'm like, what do you mean you went on a date with him? Girl, like, shit is closed. Like, what do you mean you went on a date with him? But yeah, she went on a date with him. She went and they went out to eat. Like, the only things that you could do. So she went out to eat with him and went somewhere else. Like, somewhere on the beach. They was over there, like, in Fort Lauderdale Beach. And she's fucked. Like, she's in trouble. She's in trouble. She went on a date with him. She's telling me that she's, like, so head over heels. Like, she's in trouble. What is she gonna do? I said, girl, you better stay away from him. Stay away from him. I said, he is not the one, girl. And I also had to tell her, don't do it because he has a couple kids. And I know 2 of the mother of his kids. You know? And no. And then I thought about it. And when I thought about it, his baby moms look just like my friend. Both of them, they all fit the same profile. They have the same texture hair, the same curly mixed hair, and they all wear glasses, like seeing glasses. They all drive SUVs. They all have one kid, and they all damn near have the same profession. All of them. Because the first one that I met, because there's 3 of them. I never met the first. Oh, I did meet his first baby mama. She was crazy. She was from New York. It was like this real dark-skinned girl. She was crazy because she was trying to whoop his ass in a party. She was trying to whoop him at a New Year's Eve party. It was crazy. She got down and she was with her husband. So she was trying to beat him up and she had her husband there. But the second one is a lawyer for sure. And then the third one, the last one, she's like a what do you call it? Yeah, that's an attorney, right? What do you call it? What do you call that again? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Like if you don't have a lawyer, or when you know they appoint you one or something like that, she's one of those. But because I know them, I met them, I know who these girls are, and Dios mío. So I'm like, wait a minute, girl, this motherfucker, like he struck gold with you. Wait a minute. So mind you, this is where she messed up. So she calls me 2 weeks ago, not 3. Now 3 is when she told me what happened. 2 weeks ago, she calls me. She tells me that she needs to see me. So I go see her. And no, we was on FaceTime. I didn't see her. I didn't see her 2 weeks ago. I seen her recently. She tells me that she messed up. She got problems because she said that she gave him $2,000 for something broke in his car. I don't know if it was the engine or whatever she said it was. And she gave him $800 for guess what? Drum roll please. New tires. This is the tire lady. For new tires in his car. So I said, how much did you give him? She said, I gave him $2,800. I said, what? She said, I gave him $2,000 for his car and I gave him $800 for some tires. I said, what? I said, but wait a minute. I thought that you was the one that, this is the same one saying that she needs her man, her good boyfriend, her good man, to bring in more money. And I said, well, why are you giving this guy $3,000? She doesn't know. She's scared. All right. Then, boom. Same week. Towards the end of the week, they went out. She paid for everything. They went out again. She paid for everything. They went out. She paid for everything. I said, are you fucking this nigga? Like, wait, hold on. I said, are you and him involved? And she said, yeah. So I'm like, girl, no. So not only is she involved with him, but now my friend is having ideas. So last week, he called my phone randomly. And I was like, hey, I wasn't going to pick up, but he called me a couple times. And I ended up calling her. She didn't answer the phone. She told me she couldn't answer the phone because she was on a call at work or whatever. Working from home, whatever. And then she said she was going to call me when she texted me. So she called me and I told her, I said, he keep calling my phone. And she was like, answer and just see what it is. So I said, okay. So then when he didn't call me back, I called him back. And he was like, hey, how you doing, blah, blah. He sounds so down. I was like, what's going on? Like, hey. And he was like, oh, how's everything, blah, blah, da, da, da. Just checking on you, da, da, da. And I was like, oh, everything's cool. How are you? How's everything? Because, this time is the crazy time, da, da, da. And then he says, I just need to talk to you because I see that, she's been calling you and something. She's calling you, blah, blah. So I act like I didn't really know what was going on. And I said, yeah, she wants to work out, da, 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 da. He's like, I got a feeling that something's going on. I got a feeling something's going on. And I said, well, I don't know. I don't know what could be going on. That I'm not, like, I'm sorry, but I don't know anything. Then he starts telling me she's feeling this type of way. She's pushing me away from her. She she doesn't want to have sex. We haven't had sex in like the past 2 months. And I just feel like she's disgusted by me. She doesn't cook for me anymore. She's not even cooking for her son. I have to cook for both of us. I have to cook for the baby and for me. And da-da-da. And he's telling me stuff that she's not telling me. She wasn't telling me none of that. So when he started breaking down and putting all her dirty laundry out, then when I got on the phone with her, so she figured out that he told me everything. So now she started crying on the phone and telling me all kind of shit she didn't tell me about the stupid guy. So now, this is what she says. She doesn't know what to do. She's caught up with him. She wants to be with him. She doesn't want to be with her man anymore. And now she doesn't know what to do. She doesn't know to go left, go right, go forward, or go back to be with him. She doesn't want to be with her man anymore. Go caviar. Caviar, go to bed. Sit down. Sit. Okay. So now she's like, she doesn't want to be with him. She wants to move. She wants him to leave. She wants her, you know, him to move in and all this other stuff. So I'm like, no, let me tell you something. This guy, he's known for taking stuff from women, because I know this. This is what I know, because we share a common friend, which is how I even met him. That's how I met him in the first place. A common friend. And it's a guy. And the guy, I remember him telling me, well, this guy's fucking dirt when I first met him, because I remember saying, oh, you know, your friend's really cool. But he was like, oh, please, this guy, and aired all his dirty laundry and stuff like that. And that was the reason. That's actually how I met him too, because he ended up flying down because he didn't have nowhere to stay, so he had to stay with my friend. And that's how every time I see my friend, or my friend kept coming around, he was bringing him with him, because that guy was living in his house. So long story short, this guy, this is his MO. And I'm like, I tried to tell you this, but listen to this, y'all. So last week, my guy friend was like, I came home one day and there was a white Mercedes in front of my house. And when I got home, not his wife, but my girlfriend called him and was like, are you home? Are you home? And he was like, yeah. She was like, oh, okay. There's a realtor there outside, but I need you, a realtor. There's a realtor outside, but I need you to go to 7-Eleven and get some drinks or something like that, because we're having no drinks in the house. And for the guests and blah, blah, blah. So he didn't understand. And I'm like, I'm trying to understand what he's saying. He's like, she just made him go to 7-Eleven to go get some drinks, something to drink to bring back to the house, because she didn't want the realtor to be thirsty. So he said when he got back home, he said it was a weird story, but when I got back home, the Mercedes was gone. And when I went inside, she told me this weird story that didn't add up. So I said, I don't know what that was about, blah, blah. Now, this week come. Shit is a fan, y'all, because he went home and homeboy was in his house, and the thing about it was he went home because he left work early. He said something told him to leave work early. And my friend, she drove her car all the way to her backyard. So she has, like, she could drive her car to her backyard because they have one of those, like, that's the way the house is set up. So she said she drove her car all the way into the backyard. And I don't understand what was the point of that, because the Mercedes was still in front of the house. And he said that he couldn't get inside his house. I mean, this crazy story. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He was like, my key was not working. I tried to get inside my house and my key wasn't working. And I said, well, what do you mean? So what happened? He said he kept doing laps around the house. And he said when he did his first lap, he realized that her car was in the backyard. So he did laps around the house. And when he peeked inside, she was with him. He said he could see it. And it's crazy because I said, what did you do? He said he left. This is what happened yesterday. He just left. So come today, and he didn't say nothing to her. So now she's out and about with homeboy today, and he found a way back into his house, clearly, and random cameras back. And she's been having sex with this guy in his bed, having sex on the couch, having sex upstairs. You know, he said that they was even having sex in the baby's room. And I don't even believe that. Like, I'm like, no way. And he said, yeah. He's like, so now he's so torn. All of this happened today. This happened today. So I'm asking her, what are you gonna do? She doesn't know. She don't know what to do. But a part of her doesn't really care. I don't know. Part of her doesn't really care. So with him, I'm asking him what's going on. He said he took everything out the house, and all his stuff out the house. And you know, he was just like, when we got off the phone, he was crying because he feels so bad because of Andrew. He wants to, you know, he feels like Andrew's his kid. So he doesn't know what to do. And that's why we on YouTube talk about it now. Because y'all get in the comment section and you guys tell me what should happen. You know, they need to part ways because it's already ruined. Like, to me personally, girl, I don't know how you messed that up, because this is a really nice guy. He was such a nice person. I really don't believe, like, I don't think she's gonna run into somebody like that again, because he's already a different type of person. He's already a different type of species. You don't run into those breed of men. You don't. And yeah, and she doesn't care. So right now she's dealing with him, and the shit has hit the fan. The shit has really hit the fan, because there's one part of the story that I left out. She feels like she should just stick with Mercedes-Benz. Why? Because he burned her. They've been having sex unprotected, and he gave her something. So now she says she has something, and she said it's pointless to be with, you know, pointless to be with Carl, and Carl's such a nice person, and she's telling me to tell Carl to just leave her. My friend is that crazy. That's why she was like, get on YouTube and talk to your YouTubers, I don't care, blah blah. So she's telling me, tell Carl to just leave, just tell him to go. And I'm like, you're really like, you're really just going to, you really just gonna be with this man, like this guy, and she wants to be with him. Like, so you guys, this is like a long story. I'm gonna upload this, but what should Carl do? And the real question is, what should Carl do? Like, what should Carl do? Because I told Carl, you know, save yourself. I feel bad. And the story's nice. The story's just developing. Like, I already know I'm gonna get a phone call tomorrow or tonight, and I'll update you guys probably in the comments. I won't do another video about it, but I'll update in the comments of this video here and there. I'll just update and I'll pin it. But what should Carl do? Let Carl know what he should do, for sure, in the comment section down below. And yeah, she fucked up. So yeah, so she's burned, and she got caught, and Carl is heartbroken and doesn't know what to do. And I asked her, what you gonna do about Andrew? And she's like, oh, Andrew, that's not Andrew's, you know, dad, and you know, he's gonna understand later, and it's not about him. So y'all already know y'all gonna start talking crazy about the girl, but it's okay. She's ready for it, because like she's a different breed. She's pretty crazy. But this definitely, I'm not gonna talk too much. But I already told her, I was like, girl, you tripping. She doesn't care. She doesn't care. So anyways, you guys, that's the story. What should Carl do? Oh my God. This is a crazy, super crazy story time. It's 25 days to Christmas. This is day 3, and we're gonna upload 2 right after this, sandwiched with 4, okay? So catch up. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. And if you're returning, I love you so much. Hopefully you guys like the story, and hopefully you guys help me, okay? Help Carl. What does Carl do? What should Carl do? So love you guys. Peace out. Catch you on the next episode, all right? Bye.